Do you want to learn to save lots of money off your next house purchase? When you buy your next home, do you want to get it for probably the lowest possible price? If you're planning to buy your new home in the near future, you need to spare 5 minutes to listen to the rest of this video. In today's economic climate, I'm sure you'll agree that you need to get every penny of value from your purchases. That's why I created this online video tutorial to show you how you can save thousands off your next house purchase. So if you're looking to buy your new home in the near future, do you think it would be valuable for you to learn from someone who has done this quite a few times before? Do you think you would benefit from someone who speaks to sellers at a regular basis, at least weekly? Do you think you will benefit from learning the tricks of the trade from a seasoned property investor, someone who has been buying property for over 20 years? I've assumed you've said yes. Now, here's another simple question. If I asked you to give me £1, a dollar, a euro, or whatever currency, and in return I give you 10 back, would you be interested? For those of you that said no, what if I give you 20 back for every one you give me? Would you be interested then? That's 20 back for giving me 1. If you're not interested in getting 10 back for every one you gave me, and you're certainly not interested in getting 20 back for every one you gave me, then press the back button now, because this offer is not for you, and I'm not interested in wasting your time any further. However, if you're still listening, then you're the sort of person that likes to get good value for money, and if you're looking to buy a house in the next year or two, you need to keep listening to the rest of this video. Hi, I'm Paul Green. I'm a property investor in the UK, and I have negotiated dozens of house purchases, getting thousands off the asking price. And with my online video, I want to share how I do it so you can do it too. If you're a plumber, a teacher, a nurse or a shop assistant, or perhaps you drive a bus, or maybe you're a full-time parent, I made this video for ordinary people like me and you. Now, if, like me, when I was younger, you went into buying a property and followed the standard process of walking around then making an offer, probably, like me, you ended up paying more than you should have and suffering at the hands of the estate agent. I'm laughing now, I really am, but I have literally lost thousands at the hands of the estate agent. Remember, the estate agent's job is to sell the house at the maximum price, and that's what they get paid for. They work for the seller. They do not work for you, and therefore the estate agent's interests are to get the maximum value for the house where possible. But the question is, who helps you? Who helps you to buy property and gives you advice? I do, and that's why I created buyyourhouseforless.co.uk. By now, you may be thinking that this video is all about estate agents, and you'd be wrong. I'm going to show you how to negotiate directly with the seller to get your new home at discount prices. You know, people often shy away from the term negotiation because they think it's going to be really hard and emotional. Well, let me tell you, it's more realistic to think of it as easygoing and fun. It's just like playing a game, and the degree you win depends on how much lower you can get your new house price. Last week, using exactly the same techniques I'm going to show you, I negotiated a house price to £15,000 lower than the asking price from a gentleman in Scotland. So when you buy my product and use the negotiation techniques and house buying process I'm going to show you, you can be assured that any house you buy is probably at the lowest possible price the seller will let you have it for. And if you're an ordinary person like me, don't you deserve it? One thing, the tools in this video are universal. They work just as well in America, France, Spain or Germany. I suppose what I'm saying is The language used is unimportant. What is important is that you use your tools in your native language and whatever country you live in. So what will you get when you buy this video? Firstly, I'm going to show you how I get thousands of the houses that I purchase for myself or other people. This is not guaranteed and is based purely on my experience of using these techniques. I'm going to show you the most common negotiation and influencing techniques used when you buy a car, a music system, or maybe even a house. This is important because these techniques are commonly used, and if you can spot when they're being used on you, you'll save yourself a lot of time and money in whatever you buy in the future, not just your next house. For instance, I was recently on holiday and tried to book a one-day excursion for me and my family. I started to smile when the salesperson tried to use the same techniques on me that I'm going to show you. When you can see these techniques being used on you, you are more aware, and when you show that you understand what the other person is doing, they stop doing them straight away. That's when you start to discuss the real service and its real price. In other words, you start to save money. I'm going to show you how these techniques are used on you by estate agents, and I know these techniques have been used on people because they've been used on me. So by knowing when these techniques are being used on you, you can avoid them, and by using the tools you learn in this video, you too will be able to buy your house at probably the lowest possible price. But what's more, you learn the things you need to do in advance of any property purchase. This is key because they strengthen your position so that you can ask for a lower price in a more powerful position than most buyers. Past experience also tells me that by doing these activities, estate agents can, in some cases, start work for you with the seller, not against you. I'm going to show you the proper process for buying a house. I bet you didn't realise there was one, did you? Most people go to the house, have a look round and make the offer. That's why they pay close to full asking price. So by knowing the process and how it works, you start to save yourself money. You're going to love this. I'm going to show you the 2 killer sentences which have gotten me a minimum discount of £2,651 in my experience of using these techniques. This is the minimum amount of discount I've gotten. I'm sure you can see the benefits of this. I usually get a lot more than 2,650, and I'm sure using the tools I'm going to show you, you will too. Now, coming back to give me £1 and I give you 20 back. Using the tools and techniques used in this video has given me a minimum of 50 back for every £1 I put in based on typical UK house prices. Not 10 times, not 20 times, but 50 times the return, and the 2 killer sentences are my personal aces. I'm also going to show you how to present your low offers so that it looks credible and not flaky. Flaky low offers get rejected. Right. Now I'd like to discuss some of the bonus materials I've created especially for this video. The first bonus is simply how I find those sellers who are willing to sell me their house for 5, 10, 15 or maybe £20,000 discount. That's not bad, is it? I mean, just using the toolbox tools and the process I'll show you will probably get you at least 5,000. But I'm sure you could really fancy a 10,000 or 15,000 discount, couldn't you? I'm not talking about houses that are about to fall down. These can be nice condition properties we're talking about. Well, this is the bonus section that shows you how you can find these houses too. In bonus pack 2, I'm going to show you how to use the seller's own desire for selling their house to get you even more discounts. And finally, in bonus pack 3, I'm going to show you how I use these tools in this video all the time to buy other things with good discounts. I mean, just this week I bought a mirror using exactly the same tools I'm going to show you, and the discount I got would have paid for this video. Do that once a month for the rest of your life using this video, and this bonus video will save you thousands on its own if you just follow the instructions. Look, this is not BS. I use this stuff all the time because it works for me, and if it works for me, it'll work for you. Hey, my wife uses this stuff now and she loves it. Now, I just want to ask you, is this insane value or what? So, finally, please don't expect any pictures of babies or fluffy pets with my video. I made these to show you how you can save quite a bit of cash. I've made them short and sweet and cutting to the bone so that you get the messages in as short a time as possible. Please don't expect any Hollywood style special effects. There are no hot babes, no hunks. Now, if you feel that saving thousands off the price of your next home is not important, then please get a few thousand in used 20s and start to burn them one at a time, and let me know how far you go. But seriously, I'm not saying burn money, but this is money that could be in your pocket and not the seller's, and this is the whole point of this online video, to show you how you can save money. But please let me be as blunt as I can. If you're looking to buy a house in the near future and don't use this video, you're probably going to lose a nice bit of cash. On the other hand, when you do use this video, you'll probably save a nice bit of cash. Now, I realise I could market this video for over 4 times the price I'm offering it to you for, but I made it low cost deliberately. I made it this low cost so it's affordable to everyone. I made it low cost so you'll buy it, so that you'll use it, and so that you'll save money when you buy your next house. So, if based on my minimum reduction that I've achieved, which is $2,650, which is 50 times the return of your investment in this rather excellent video. Just remember, $2,650 based on a 25-year mortgage in approximate terms means, with approximate payments you make for interest, you'll be saving in the order of about £5,000. And for me, that's the minimum amount I usually get. I usually get a lot more, and there's no reason why it should not be you, and you should be saving a lot more too. So when I think about the incredible value of this online video, for me it's just like, the more you think about it, the more you just see it as an absolute no-brainer. That's how I feel about it. And just before I go, remember what I've said. The negotiation techniques I'll show you are used in various forms on you all the time. If you don't know what they are, you're going to pay and pay and pay and pay and pay and pay until you do. And this video will give you these tools for the rest of your life. So finally, thank you for sparing me your time. I hope you've really enjoyed my introductory video, and it's something you find of real value. Now, if you're interested enough to want to learn to buy your house at probably the lowest, cheapest price, you need to click the buy button now, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.